Good morning everyone and welcome to Magic Kingdom here at Walt Disney World, and yeah, it's great to be back here. Here's Alex.
Hello. Morning.
Of course, as you saw there, we had a beautiful ride over on the ferry boat from the Transportation and Ticket Centre. I love that option. Don't get me wrong, I do prefer the monorail in general as an attraction, but for me there's only one way of getting to Magic Kingdom on the morning, and you've got to get the ferry boat for them views coming round, and of course seeing the beautiful Cinderella's castle. What's he doing?
I'm going to pop up water bottle.
Oh no! It's just luckily it's absolutely baking.
It's too hot to care.
Yeah, it's great to be back, and this is it. Me and Alex's first time in this park together. Obviously, Alex has been before, I've been before, but yeah, we're actually here together. It's good to be back.
This is the one.
Yeah, here we go. So technically, we've done it this morning. We've now completed all Magic Kingdom parks in the world together. There we go. It's done. There we are. Oh, we got some bit of street theatre out this morning.
Drivers, aren't they?
Hey, I love it. Everybody out this morning. Hope we see Dapper Dans later on as well. That's what really makes it down here. It's a beautiful main street, and of course all decked out for Halloween.
Got a question for you. What are we walking right down the middle of right now?
Main Street USA.
That's it.
There it is. Yeah, as I was saying, all the Halloween decors up. We will be doing a separate vlog from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
It's really
Make sure you check that one out. And of course the little opening show is down the bottom here. 12 hours of park action today, 9 till 9. So good hours today, not ridiculously long either, just a nice amount of time, that 12 hours. And of course we'll make our way down as the park opens in just a few minutes. So we're starting off then with a ride on Jungle Cruise, so we're going to go and see the backside of water. Are you ready to see the backside of water?
You know what, let's go for it. And do you know what I just found out as well, just by Googling something, I didn't even plan to. Today is National Pirate Day, so I can't wait to ride Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think we're going to do that next, aren't we? We were going to go there first, but we just walked past Jungle Cruise.
It's on a 10-minute standby.
Yeah, 10 minutes standby, nice and quiet, which is good. So yeah, we'll see you down at Schweizer Falls. Let's go. Schweizer.
Some of you can reach under your seat to find a sense of humor, okay? I tell jokes, so I don't know what to tell you. Hey guys, anyways, whatever your guys, we've got some butterflies. They've got wings, they fly around. It's very exciting right there, wow. But now we're on the Nile River. It goes on for Niles and Niles and Niles. If you don't believe me, you're probably in. Right there's a sleeping zebra being babysat by those lions. She looks dead. Tired, dead tired. We should let him rest in pieces. Never invite a zebra for dinner. They can't make up their mind. It's always light meat, dark meat, light meat, dark meat. Just the moment you've all been waiting for. The backside of water. Yeah, backside of water. Yeah.
Backside of water.
H, but don't try it at home. You'll
Was it worth the 9-hour flight for that? The backside of water. I love it. I do love a good ride on Jungle Cruise, and it's actually probably my favourite version of the ride out of Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I do very much enjoy that. It's mainly because of the temple scene, what you get at the end. But of course, we've done so many different versions of these rides, so I'm not going to try and compare. I'm not going to come on everyone and try and compare them to the ones that we've done. You know my thoughts from here. Obviously, we'll get all of Alex's thoughts on these rides, but me personally, yeah, like, I very much enjoyed that. It's the comedy on it, isn't it? It's the Alex Crump ride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving, I'm going.
Have you got your notebook? Have you been getting all your notes? Oh, is Pirates down?
Well, it's 5 minutes, isn't it?
Oh.
I know, 5 minutes.
I'm not too sure. Or is that just a congregation?
Thank you.
There we go.
Congregation.
5 minutes. There we are. Right, so this is our first time actually riding this since it's had its upgrades to one of the scenes, but we have both already seen that scene at Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Of course, we replaced one of the iconic scenes in the ride, and yeah, to be honest, it looks good in my opinion.
I think it's really nice. It's
I do like this queue line though around here.
what I must say is, like, the good thing about that scene is, as you say, it's iconic. However, they haven't completely ruined it or changed it, it's just adapted it. And actually, that adaptation doesn't impact the story in any way. So to me, it's like no issue really. You know?
It's one of them things.
It looked great.
And every single version of Pirates of the Caribbean around the world is actually very different. There's a lot of differences to the queue line, just the general atmosphere. So yeah, let's go on.
Brave or fool enough to face the pirate's curse. Proceed. Or my thunder will burn the city to the ground. They need a bit of persuasion lately.
Or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be cheeky.
I am no chicken. I will not talk.
Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10. Pipe down, you lily-livered lover. Strike your feathers, dearie. Show 'em your flock.
Hey, send them hens to Davy Jones. It's the rum they want.
An awesome ride there on Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I say, so many differences in all the different versions around the world. It's nice to be back here though at Magic Kingdom after doing every other Disney park and just seeing the little differences, and you forget little things. It's like on there, we were like waiting for the photo. We actually came out and we thought, oh yeah, we'll get the photo, but there isn't an on-ride photo. It's like the little things when you've done so many that you start to forget, isn't it? But obviously we have got the My Disney Experience app, which means that we can book fast passes, and that's literally what Alex is doing now. So obviously you can either use the app, you can do it on the website, on your computer, like when you go back to your hotel or even before you come, or you can go to like the different booths around the park and do it as well. But
I'll show you exactly how it works. I'm just checking the party's availability.
There you go.
So on Magic Kingdom, it gives you morning, afternoon, evening, and then random times of the day.
And just pick when you want to do things. We just thought we're going to do it as we go, especially with it being quite quiet today here at Magic Kingdom. We're just going to book them as we go, and you can have up to 3 at one time. And next up we're going on Splash Mountain, which is just here behind us. We haven't got a fast pass, we'll just go and queue for it. I doubt it'll be too bad. Maybe 20 minutes or something, half an hour standby tops. And yeah, this is a really nice iconic view of Splash Mountain, standing here. Of course, we've done all 3 versions of this now, and all of them have got them little differences as well. But I must say, I do really like the area around the one in Tokyo Disneyland. Like, that area was gorgeous around there, and walking through all the big indoor queue lines, so much going on inside with big scenes. But again, of course, this one here is more adapted here to the area where it is, of course, in Frontierland. Over in California, it's adapted to Critter Country, so it's one of those, isn't it? But yeah, we'll make our way around and join the standby line for this one. But yeah, it's nice at this time of year because it's not too busy. Of course, whenever you come here, you're never going to get it like super dead, you know, it's never going to be like empty paths everywhere. Sometimes on an evening it does get quite quiet there in certain areas of the park. But yeah, make our way around to Splash Mountain. Both me and Alex absolutely love this. One of our all-time favourite Disney attractions. So as always, let's get on the ride.
One time when I was going fishing, I spotted over a rabbit coming.
Here we are then, front row of the boats on Splash Mountain. Whee! Oh, they got a massive soak there. Are we going to get that? Right. It's alright, it'll soon dry off. That's the good thing about Orlando, you dry off after about 5 minutes because of the humidity.
5 seconds.
Oh, we're going to make it. We're going to get past. Oh, we're clear.
It's the back of the boat though.
The back of the boat, we might get it. Oh, did they just miss it, did they? Here we are, let's go and find our happy place, shall we, on Splash Mountain. Go and have a laugh.
Oh, it's already my happy place.
I love it. It's Disney parks, so they are a happy place, aren't they?
Well, it's pretty good as sure as you're born.
Whoa! Right, take me to the laughing place. Where are we going? Got some carrots being grown down there for you. Help yourself, viewers. It's a nice chill part of the ride. Hashtag rock work.
Where would you prefer going there? Bear Fox's Lair, Chicken Pen Falls, or the Laughing Place?
Oh, the laughing place.
Straight round to the right, please, sir.
Thank you. You alright in there? You alright in there, hello? There's a penny found.
How do you do?
Of course, you get a lovely view there of a warehouse as you come round.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's where we're standing, just down the bottom for that lovely view.
Pretty good show as you're born.
Yeah. Slipping Falls up first.
Right, go to ride, pack my sack.
Here we go. Oh! Hey! You ready to get one?
Oh yeah.
Woo! Oh, only a little sprinkle. Just a light sprinkle, light sprinkle.
I'd say more than a sort of a mild drizzle. It's cool, the fishing is fine. What do we do with all of our time? And we sit.
Can you not read signs? It says no fishing. No fishing.
That's what we know. Pretty good show as you're born. Pretty good show as you're born. It'll take a long time to sweep them steps.
Come on, work a bit faster.
Trying to get over there, come on.
One of my favourite scenes in the ride, this one actually. I like this a lot.
I've seen this when it was broken, that's terrifying.
Yep. Everybody's got a laughing place, a laughing place. Go,
I think it's too late to be turning around.
Love that view of the castle. There we go. Lovely. Oh.
Nice way to pull off.
Oh, you get all the splash there from the side. Wonderful. I do love it on the front row. Like you say, you don't get like absolutely soaked on it.
I always wondered why it was called Splash Mountain.
Oh, there you go. You found out now. Nice little boat ride, this one. Welcome home, Brown Rabbit.
Thanks.
No problem.
Are you the rabbit? Am I the bear?
Yeah. Nice. You're on the right up there.
I was this is you trying to fit me into some coasters over here going on.
It's just a Disney classic, isn't it, Splash Mountain? I enjoy that ride so much. All three different versions around the world, they got them little differences, and I enjoy them all for what they are. They're absolutely brilliant. The indoor sections, of course, make it. All the animatronics, the detailing inside there, and a beautiful soundtrack that you can't help but sing along to. But anyway, we've got a big reveal now, because when we're walking through the queue line, spotted something at the side, what I've never seen before. Well, they definitely weren't here last time I was here. I'm not too sure when they were put in, but it's a very good system. And if we turn around to Alex here, he's going to do a grand reveal from his fanny pack. Just down here. That's what they call them over here, don't they? Fanny pack.
This is the closest I'm letting you film down here.
There we are.
Right there. Da, 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 da.
And there it is, a themed bag there, and you can put like your phones in it, cameras, anything that you don't want to get wet during the ride, a wallet, have a zippity-doo-dah day. And I do really like that. I think it's a shame that it's pink on top. Oh, there you go. You don't want to get your hair wet. There's not much hair there to get wet, to be honest.
How long was it going to take you to make that joke? Too long.
Right, we're going on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh.
15, oh, it was 20 minutes standby. It's now gone down to 15 minutes standby. So
all the better for
our fourth e-ticket ride within the first hour of the day.
Just by me stalling you, in my fanny pack, you can now get in the queue 5 minutes quicker.
Brilliant.
Wow, this ride in the wilderness.
Oh yeah, let's go. This is actually one of my favourite features of the queue line for BTM. Obviously you can see here the mountain itself and all the different shafts there that go down into the mountain, deep into the mountain of Big Thunder. Come on, faster. That's some good revs a minute there, look at that. Come on.
Not as good with me right hand.
And of course you get a really nice view, of course, of the coaster, of the mountain itself. Look at that. Beautiful weather today, really nice. But I do expect there to be a storm later on. Typical Florida weather. Let's go. Oh wow, this ride in the wilderness. Woo! I love a little splash there. Let's go. Woo! Hold on tight. Woo! Hey! Woo! Woo! Hey! Love those scenes there. Go-kart worldwide. Hey! Woo! Hey! Wow! Nice intense section of the ride there. Best head chopper coming up. Hey! Not on this one, I know. Little section down the bottom here now. There we are, through the tusks. Woo! There we are, the brake run. Do love the front of the trains on these though. They look really nice, all the little details on there. So we're going right side. There's always a fun ride there on Big Thunder Mountain. Of course, with that ride, you know what to expect, no matter which version you go on. And yeah, it's just an enjoyable ride in general. Hey, hello. Oh, I do love it. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, just see another one just back down that way. Really nice to see that they're out in force. That's the good thing about here at Magic Kingdom. There seems to be more meet and greets and stuff here than anywhere apart from Tokyo, I think. Like Tokyo has probably got more, but yeah, it's just nice to be back here, isn't it? And we were saying it's like, hey, it's nice and chilled for me and Alex because we've both done it before quite a few times.
We're in no rush.
It's nice, like when we did the Asia trip, and you probably noticed in the vlogs, we were walking really fast and trying to, because you have to get everything in, whereas with us being here quite a few times, we can take it a bit more laid back, not have to rush about like mad, and yeah, it's just nice really.
It reminds me actually, we've not seen, well, I mean, you might have, I don't know if you have or not, the updated Hall of Presidents as well.
Yeah, going to the Hall of Presidents, of course. We've got Donald Trump in there now, a bit of a controversial decision what was Disney should have put it in or not, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, the attraction has got every president in there from the history. It needs to evolve, doesn't it, you know? But yeah, anyway, we'll leave that one there for now. We'll go on it at some point. But yeah, it's just nice to walk around here and be back here again, really. But yeah, it is quite interesting. Of course, with us being at Walt Disney World, the busiest theme park in the world we're in right now, Magic Kingdom, you'd think that Big Thunder Mountain would have the explosive finale like the others, but it doesn't. It's yet to have that upgrade. Obviously, it looks great at Disneyland Paris, so hopefully it might be something what they'll look at putting in here. They updated the queue line a few years back, put all the portraits and details in, but yeah, they didn't do the explosive finale, which is quite interesting. But hopefully that might come at some point.
Fun little tip though to mention, like these water coolers here on the left hand side.
Yeah, these are great, aren't they?
As much as they are all around the place, they're not freezing cold water. So if you do want a really cold drink, you are going to be buying bottled water.
Yeah,
but
it's
if you want
like
a cool drink, top your water with your refillable bottle up. Perfect, there's plenty of places. They are in the queue lines too, but
Memento Mori, that's a good shop just there, all about, of course, the Haunted Mansion. Again, another brilliant version, and of course, the facade on this is really nice out the front just here. It's only a 15-minute standby, but we did manage to get a last-minute fast pass, which is for now, isn't it?
It's a facade, not a facade.
It's nice, isn't it? A facade.
It's a facade.
It's a nice facade though on this. I like it.
I've got a fast pass for us, waiting in line.
Let's go.
Not too bad, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, and this is our 5th ride. It's only 10:30.
Crazy.
Epic win.
If you should decide to join us, final arrangements may be made at the end of the tour.
It's great to have a ride then, of course, on the Haunted Mansion. Another one of our favourites here at Theme Parks Worldwide. Now, I always walk through this section and mention how there's a big lack of Tangle, and the fact there's not a Tangle ride in any of these Disney parks around the world is crazy. But I can now walk through here and say that one is coming, which is really good to see.
Yeah, we don't just have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, the Tangled toilets, yeah. Yeah, of course, a new Tangle area and dark ride is going to be coming to Tokyo. So I do look forward to seeing that as part of their huge expansion.
If we can get Little Mermaid, a 30-year-old film in a dark ride, there's any possibility for Tangled in about 28 years.
Oh, I know, yeah, of course. Every time I walk down here, I just wish that the old cable car had have stayed here. Of course, never went to a Disney park while it had a cable car until the new one that's going to be opening here, the Disney Skyliner. We still don't know when that is going to be opening, but it's not going to be in the park. Of course, that's going to connect the parks. If we look down here, this is actually the area where the old cable car used to run. Small World there, 15 minutes. We have got a fast pass for that in an hour, so
you get a drink.
Yeah, we get a drink, probably come back, do Small World. I know 15 minutes isn't even that bad, is it? Carousel's still covered down here in scaffolding, but at least they do put some themed tarp up around it. They don't just leave it there sticking out like a sore thumb. Still doesn't look amazing, but of course these parks are 365. They've always got to be doing the maintenance on the attractions, and sometimes it means that some can stay open, but they have to cover facades. It's like some of the buildings down on Main Street, USA as well.
Stick a blue piece of tarp on it and put an elastic band around it.
Oh, there you go. Here's one we made earlier. I absolutely love this attraction. One of my favourites here at Magic Kingdom. Of course, came a few years ago, a part of New Fantasyland. We're off to see Little Mermaid. It's got a really nice exterior and queue line, this one. Lots of hidden gems, lots of little details that really make it.
The ultimate one, but Sean saw me nodding, which means he knows who's hinting I was going to tell you. There's some rock formation, I don't know whereabouts, haven't seen it personally, where when the sun lines up, the sun moves around the atmosphere, one day of the year, it projects a hidden Mickey on the shadows of the floor.
It's amazing, isn't it, what Disney do?
Somewhere like along here, I think, but it's just how the rocks get caught in the sunlight on one day of the year. You get the perfect hidden Mickey shadow on the floor.
Let's go and have a little look down in this queue line. Not too bad for standby.
I think we're going under the sea, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Look at this trove, treasures on top. How many wonders can one cat hold? Looking around me, you think, sure, it's got everything. They've got gadgets and gizmos and exercise. They've got trash cans and Alex galore.
Oh dear, not Alex galore, no!
You want more of me? I'm here for 2 weeks. Yeah. But who cares? No big deal. Here's a
Let's cut him off!
Those human thingies that make you not a fish. Legs! That's what this story's all about. Hey, where you been? I've been waiting for you. Oh, this is such a treat.
settled like a winds of the Caspian Sea. I moved in the past, I've been a nasty. They were kidding when they called me Belarus.
Floating in your blue lagoon. Boy, you better do it soon. No time left.
Absolutely adore that ride. For me, it's all the movement going on in there. Of course, you've got some of the best audio animatronics ever created, in my opinion, in there, especially Ursula. Brilliant animatronic, and we actually slowed down quite a bit when we went past that this time, so it meant we got to appreciate it even more. I could watch that animatronic all day and just hope that the head's not going to fall off. If you haven't seen the viral video, it's quite a funny one to watch that. There's just so many little details in there, what are really nice, all the starfish spinning round, there's all the projections of like all the bubbles and stuff on the walls. It's just so much going on in that, so much to look at. It's genuinely one of my favourite ever Disney rides. I really like that one a lot.
Right, we've got to address something right now. I've just seen, going into Princess Fairy Tale Hall,
go on.
I'm not joking, somebody wearing a hoodie and jeans.
Like, it's hot, it's about
34 degrees.
Yeah.
Take your hoodie off. Come
yeah,
on.
like it's warm. You can see from the sweat on our faces, can't you? You know.
I'm pouring with sweat, and I feel like I don't even want to wear clothes right now.
We've just had a.
Then again, I'm at Walt Disney World. You wouldn't get away with that here. Universal, though, however. Do what you want.
I don't think you get away with it there either, to be honest, Alex. But you know, you never know. Maybe Busch Gardens, yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, anyway, like it was good to get back on that. We're going to do it to Small World now, another ride. We're doing well, it's only like 12 o'clock. We're doing so much already, and then afterwards, I think we're going to head over to Tomorrowland. We've got Space Mountain tonight, but of course we've got the People Mover to do around there, Carousel of Progress. So yeah, there's quite a few bits to see over there.
Even air conditioning's only got 15 minutes.
Air conditioned the ride, Magic, there you are, coming to Disneyland Paris very soon. Yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? I'm not a massive Magic fan personally. But you know, there's some people out there that really like it, and I know there's actually quite a lot of Disney enthusiasts that do, but that's what makes it, isn't it? It's nice that we all got different opinions on things. It'd be boring if everybody liked the same stuff, wouldn't it? And likewise, I was saying this off camera, it'd be boring if all the Disney parks were the same, because why would you want to visit everyone out there in the world when they all look the same, you know? Pinocchio Village House, what's he doing? Yeah, some milk. Milk and top up, and we'll see you at Small World. Welcome to the happiest cruise that ever sailed. It's a Small World. Let's go. So obviously Disney like to run their rides on maximum capacity, which is of course great, but it does mean that at the end of the ride, and especially on attractions like It's a Small World, sometimes Pirates of the Caribbean, it means that you can be stuck in for a while with all the boats. So as soon as we started stacking, Alex is just counting it to see how long we are. It's not a bad thing because I'd much rather the park run these on more boats, so it keeps the queue lines down. Yeah, it's just interesting to see. Like, it's been a minute now, so we'll let you know when we park in the station. It's going to be a couple of minutes, I reckon. And obviously these screens here interact with the Magic Band as well. We've not got our Magic Bands yet. We're going to get some this afternoon. We're just using the cards at the moment because you don't have to have a Magic Band. It just makes it a lot easier. But obviously it connects and put your name, what you've got connected to your band on here, which is quite a nice little thing. Like stuff like that, interactive. Here we are, pulling in. What we got, Alex?
3 minutes 15, get ready. Get ready to stop the clock. Here we go.
Front bit.
And stop the clock.
3:21.09. There we go. High throughputs. A fun ride just there on It's a Small World. Always good to see how many boats they're running on there and improving that throughput. It's just quite funny, isn't it, at the end when you're stacking for like 3 minutes. But like I said earlier on, I'd much rather it be like that and running it to the maximum capacity just to keep the queue lines down, really. It's only on a 15-minute standby for the normal queue line. But yeah, just out the front just here, of course, of Cinderella's castle. And yeah, it's just strange, like, walking through it. And there's not like loads to see inside the castle compared to Shanghai Disneyland. Obviously, check out the vlog from there. You've got like, you can look up and you've got all the turrets and glass, stained glass and everything inside. And you've even got the boat ride, which actually goes underneath as well, which is stunning. It really is incredible. But yeah, as you can see here out the front, you've got like all the nets running across it at the moment with all the lights on. They've been put up in the past few weeks ready for Christmas. So obviously as soon as Halloween ends, pretty much straight into Christmas, they transition over a few days into it. And yeah, they've already got all the lights up on here ready. It does look stunning with those. Last time I was here, me and Harry were of course here to see all the Christmas decorations because we came for New Year. And yeah, it does look incredible on. Obviously it does ruin some people's photos when they have them and the cranes up though. And I'd highly recommend going on Twitter and following Walt Disney World Crane because on there it's quite funny. People have the photos out the front and then they actually point to the crane, which is quite funny. You'd think that they'd obviously do it on a night and put the lights up, but yeah, they do it in the daytime, which is quite funny. And here's the crane going up. Yeah. It's towards a crane, isn't it? But yeah, obviously you can't really tell us much when you go a bit further back that you've got all the like the nets on it. When you're a little bit closer up, like when you're standing down here,
what's the net
all the nets on there, all the nets hanging down, aren't they, with all the lights on?
Come down.
But yeah, you can't really tell from a bit further back though. And net, she's up there on the balcony, look.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. There's still some nice details on this. Like I say, it is my least favourite of the castles at the Disney parks, but it has still got some nice details on it. That are good to look at.
You know, you always get like a takeaway at home on the way, and you like driving down the main road and like you see, oh, those lights are really, really bright. It's like the middle of June, but they're using Christmas lights to advertise their business.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So we just picked up our Magic Bands, just bought these from the shop. If you are a Walt Disney World Resort guest and stopping in their on-site hotels, then you get your Magic Band for free. But as we're staying off-site this time, hello.
He's talking to himself.
I'm talking to myself. I always do it, yeah. Like I've got no friends, so I just have to talk to myself.
I know the feeling.
It's a bit rubbish. Just talks to the characters that aren't even there, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna get a selfie.
Yeah, a selfie, are you? Hey. Well, yeah, wonderful to see the Dapper Dans down here on Main Street, as you saw just. Yeah, we just got our magic bands. $12.99, so not too bad.
Oh, I know.
Hashtag.
Oh, I feel like I'm back in time again.
What hashtags?
Well, we call it a pound sign now.
A pound sign. Yeah, very true. Yeah,
Where are you visiting from?
England.
Oh my goodness, there's the sun.
It is. It's a
Yeah.
rare sight, I tell you.
It's amazing to see it.
Well, then,
we don't get it.
doesn't rain sideways in England. It does here.
Yeah.
We could do with some rain.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, cool.
I'm sure it'll come later on.
I could drown a toddler in my armpits right now.
I'm going to run away now.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, it's always good to see the guys down
He
here on
sounds,
Main
he
Street.
sounds a little bit, with the voice he's speaking, a little bit like the new animatronic in All the Presents. I won't say who, but he does a little. He's got that voice about him.
Oh, of course, we've got all the Halloween decor out down here that does look great at night. All the lanterns. The Starbucks. No, not the Starbucks on Main Street.
I'm buying into it. I'm sorry, I'm buying into it.
I know what he's getting as well. I think anybody can guess what he's getting. Hello. Here we are, yeah, of course, all the details down here. It looks great. And as I mentioned earlier on in the vlog, we will be doing a full video from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Right, we're going to head over now into Tomorrowland. We're going to do the People Mover and a few other attractions over there. We're doing really well today. We've got loads done. Not even 1 o'clock yet. Hey! Not even 1 o'clock, we've done loads. Let's start off our visit to Tomorrowland, of course, with a classic, the Carousel of Progress. Or Progress. Oh my God, that guy there, doesn't he look like Alex Crump from... Oh, no. Shine at the end of
Remember the video, the other viral video where he got stuck?
Oh yeah, he got stuck in the dab position. I'm coming round, Do the turnstile. Whoop. Whee. Let's go. Every day. Let's go. Next one.
Next bit, coming around.
Only be a few minutes, won't it? Seems to be quite a lot of work going on actually around Tomorrowland. A few fences up down there. A couple more just underneath the People Mover. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, is it all from the pyro just? Because Friendship Fair, the pyro just went off. Maybe it's just blown a bit over here.
There's so many like viral videos from this area. Remember the Incredibles?
Yeah,
Mrs. Incredible. I've seen Buzzmore over on there. People Mover. I mean, that was a fail in itself when it was Rhombus Rockets, wasn't it? But,
Wrong park, Disneyland, that one. Rocket Rods.
Was it this one?
No, Rocket Rods, Disneyland. Yeah.
Something new, eh?
When you've done them all, though, it's like you get a bit confused. There you go.
And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great.
And our dog Rover here keeps the water in the drip pan from overflowing. It wasn't too long ago we had to carry water from a well. And thanks to Progress, we've got a pump right here in the kitchen. Of course, we keep a bucket of water handy to prime it with. Yes, sir, we've got everything we need to make life easier.
Not for Valentine's Day this evening.
Well, you know what kind of sport I am.
I only hope I have an evening as romantic as yours.
Now, you be home by 9 o'clock, daughter. You hear me?
Yes, Papa.
Oh, well, with all this talking, I've worked up quite a thirst. I think I'll take one of those newfangled trolleys down to the drugstore soda fountain and meet the boys for a cold sarsaparilla. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. We're drinking root beer now. She's got us all roped into performing in their program,
I decided we're going as George and Martha Washington, dear.
Oh, the father of our country. That's a role that really fits me. You know,
I'm so glad we installed an electric light fixture here on the porch because it's just too darn hot to be sewing inside.
Yes, Sarah.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big...
Looks like I'm really there.
Okay, get ready. You're about to blast off.
Here goes nothing. Whoa.
All right, here he comes. Oh, you missed him.
Hey everybody, I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them.
And tomorrow is just a dream away.
That is the dream, that's the start.
He follows his dream with my heart.
Some highlights highlights there from that beautiful, very underrated attraction that of course premiered at the World's Fair in 1964 and then of course made its way to Disneyland, and then when Walt Disney World was built, they relocated it from Disneyland to here. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? But I do feel like it should have stayed at Disneyland personally. But there you go. You can still see the building though. It's the Star Wars launch bay if you go into Tomorrowland at Disneyland in Anaheim.
Don't you hate it when you're sat on an attraction that people call really like, it's make it so underrated when actually one of the best attractions in the park and nobody goes on it? Oh wait, we're on another one.
Yeah.
Number 2 in Tomorrowland.
Yeah, it is fantastic. I absolutely love the People Mover. As Alex was saying just before we went on, they used to have the People Mover at Disneyland, which they then replaced with a ride called Rocket Rods, which then hardly lasted very long at all, and then obviously it damaged all the support structure, all the concrete, meaning that they couldn't bring the People Mover back, so it's just sat there doing nothing, which is a shame.
Falling apart.
Yeah, like, but I'm hoping that one day Walt Disney Company might do a big announcement and say that they're going to sort it out, because for me it sort of ruins the Tomorrowland in Anaheim, because you've got all that just sat there, all that support structure with nothing going on, which is a shame.
For me though, like Tomorrowland seems to be having a lot more improvement. Like these rocks that you're pointing out, you know.
Yeah, these rocks were all painted a couple of years back. They look loads better.
Hopefully that's a sign of Tomorrowland getting a bit more of a futuristic feel. I mean, the thing is, when you build something that technically isn't a thing yet, you know, sort of ride that is based in the future, you can't do anything because future constantly changes. So it's evolving and adapting. But one thing I hope that never goes is right here.
There you go. Of course, the original Progress City model for what was going to be Epcot there. The experimental prototype community of tomorrow. So Tomorrowland Speedway is just down there, and obviously that was rumoured to be being removed when there was the rumoured Tron coaster. Obviously now it's been confirmed that it is going to be built, and it's going to be built on the land just at the back just there. And groundwork has now already started for Tron, Light Cycle Power Run. Set to open in a couple of years at Magic Kingdom, and it'll be in a huge new show building just behind the Speedway and to the left of Space Mountain. We might see a little bit of early groundwork taking place if we look to the left just down here. Can we see any work taking place, or are the trees covering it up? Yeah, can't really see. Oh no, there you go, you can just make out the crane. Have a look just here in a second. Oh, you can't see it because of the building. But yeah, work has begun on Tron. Into Space Mountain we go.
Space Mountain.
So the lights have all just been flicked on here inside Space Mountain for a bit of an exclusive look. There you go. Yeah. Oh, that was good timing, wasn't it?
I was on the phone, I just came to I'm going.
Better lights on space. Literally, they just flicked on that moment there.
I was like, sit up.
I love it when you get little Disney moments like that. Bit of lights on space. Love it.
In the dark.
Oh no, that was good.
Wow.
Woo, that was I like that.
That there's always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day.
That's my favourite view from the People Mover. Apart from when the lights come on Space Mountain, then that's my favourite view. Glad we saw that there. Nice to see little things like that.
Let me just want my breath back after that.
I think it's time for another lap round there, see if we can see any more. Bit of work going on down there, like I say, quite a few fences up around this area.
Because this transportation system never stops.
Beautiful, such an underrated attraction that. And there you go, the best thing is it hardly gets a line. Straight up the escalator and off you go. It's a good, what, 10-minute ride as well.
Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
Blast off on a high-speed outer space.
Here we go, so we've come for another lap round. So we can see inside Space Mountain with the lights on. Here we are, it is quite airy. So we're about to see, you actually pass through the middle of the two lift hills just here. Oh wow. So obviously you normally get all the audio in here. Oh, brilliant. Oh, look at this, beautiful. While we're staying on for this. Just to see it, never seen it quite like this before. I have been on the ride, but towards the end of the ride, so I didn't really get to see much.
Contact Mr. Johnson
with the lights
in the control
on.
tower.
to confirm your flight to the moon.
Of course, that's the exit down there. What you can't see from this point here is there's actually a travelator just underneath where we are now, and that's one of the scenes as you're walking off. And of course, we're about to get some amazing views. I'm going to hold the camera and also take a few photos as well, so I do apologise if it's a little bit shakier than normal. Just a bit of a oh, well, thank you.
Just for the viewers.
Yeah, just take a few photos. Here we are. Oh wow, here we go. I noticed there's a lot of cameras out here, everybody's loving it.
Oh,
here we are. Oh wow, look at that, and that is Space Mountain. No, we were lucky there. I was just saying to Alex, I reckon, oh, it might have just been a quick turn the lights on, but now it's a full stoppage. There's some cast members about. Could be an evac. Wow, there you go. Well, we're stopping on for another ride there, wasn't it? Beautiful.
Third ride?
I think so. So yeah, I can't quite believe it. We just saw Space Mountain, which has gone down, and now we're stopped quite towards the end here of the People Mover, just through Buzz actually. And yeah, we've stopped.
We could have been stuck in Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Should have been great.
Oh, I know, yeah, that'd have been even nicer, wouldn't it? It was good to see that though, them little bits what you really appreciate when it happens. But yeah, literally these lights aren't supposed to be on here, they've just put the house lights on.
You can tell Sean's getting impatient when he's tapping his knee on the floor.
There you go.
There he is, he's been doing that the whole time.
It's just relaxing though, isn't it, on it? I just like, you know, I always do like moving on here. Oh, there you go, we're starting now. It's only a temporary stoppage. Interesting how all these lights came on though. But yeah, we're going to head straight off, and Festival of Fantasy Parade has just started, so we're going to head over and hopefully get somewhere on Central Plaza and watch it. There you go, lights off we go, no messing. Here we are then on Town Square watching the Festival of Fantasy Parade, launched a few years ago. Some beautiful floats on this parade. That's the beauty of coming here to Walt Disney World in September. Literally, we've walked straight down the back of everybody there, and look how close we are. We're literally right near the front.
Rain's over now for me. Fun's all gone.
Oh, well yeah, you can get straight to the front. Obviously, if you come here during busy periods, then you wouldn't be able to just come and walk straight to the front and get a spot for the parade. You'd be waiting at least half an hour, sometimes even an hour to get round the front. So I'll show you a few highlights of the different floats. Some really nice costumes in this parade. Very similar to Stars on Parade that of course launched for the 25th at Disneyland Paris. One of my favourite floats in the whole parade coming up here. Pinocchio's on here, all the bubbles, some really nice details. They're all very well detailed, but I really like the colours on this one.
The most glamorous caravan in the world.
There's me and Alex there on the roller coaster.
vamos. Hey. Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. He's waiting. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I like Goofy's outfit in this parade as well. I do love this parade. We've watched that many parades over the past couple of years that you forget just how good this one is. Woo! Goofy! Hey! Woo!
Tradition that Mickey always either start or finish continues.
Interesting how short that was. The dragon's not the only floats we're missing there, from what I remember. Interesting.
This is the best celebration ever! Gosh, Minnie, isn't this fun?
You've just seen there a couple of minutes of highlights from today's Festival of Fantasy Parade, and as you heard there, I was quite shocked when it came to an end when it did. There was a couple of floats missing there, I'm sure there was. Obviously we know that the dragon, the fire-breathing dragon was missing. A couple of months back, if you didn't catch it, it did actually catch fire, which is quite interesting. The video's all over YouTube if you do want to see it. But yeah, like the dragon's been gone since. I assume it's been repaired and will come back. They didn't actually stop the fire coming out of the dragon because they've got the same dragon, it's a bit more detailed in Stars on Parade at Disneyland Paris, but they did stop the fire for a while whilst I assume they checked it over to make sure it was right, maybe make a few changes to the pipe work where the gas runs up the structure maybe, and yeah, that's now got the fire again, so hopefully it might come back at some point. I've not really been following that many updates from the parade here, especially because of how many we've done over the past couple of years, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that, and it was actually Alex's first time seeing that, so yeah, Festival of Fantasy. It was,
you gotta let it go about the fire on the dragon, you know.
Oh.
You reference it so many times. Leave the dragons alone. They're trying, all right.
It's one of
he failed at breathing, so he's pretty much failed at life, all right.
It's a shame, though, isn't it?
It's like I'm asthmatic, and I feel like I'm in that point in my life where if I can't even breathe properly, then clearly my life isn't going that well, is it? You know. But...
Alex, it's not real.
What?
It's a parade float.
Oh.
So what did you think to it? Like, it was just like started and then it was finished.
We kind of ran to kind of catch it, but we still managed to get a spot. Very, oh God, what's the parade called? Magicon Parade, Disneyland Paris, 20th anniversary. It's like that for me. It was that kind of feel parade, you know, colourful day parade style. Quite short and sweet. I mean, as you said, there was some floats missing, but you know, it's all right. Yeah, it's quite, you know, sweet.
Wasn't anything world class, was it today? I loved it last time, but again we've seen.
Dated. Like they look like they're overhauls of old floats. I mean, I don't know. You know.
Nah, I think a lot of them were brand new. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? But when you've seen the stuff in Asia, it is hard sometimes, isn't it? You've got to try not to compare it too much.
I keep thinking we're in Hong Kong. I don't know where we are.
Like the Asia stuff at Disney is crazy, isn't it? You know, some of the stuff. But anyway, we're back over in Tomorrowland now. We just went to do Monsters Inc.
It's
Comedy Laugh Floor. That was a good laugh. What was the one about the seatbelt? That was funny.
Oh, there was a lady who had like a black handbag tied over her shoulder and said, "Do you know anyone that wears the seatbelt with them everywhere they go?" Just because she had a black strap going on, like a sash around the front of her. But I've got to say, it's so hot today. It's crazy because we go from Paris, which is really cold, to here, which is.
Well, it depends when you go to Paris. If you
keep drinking, drinking drinks. You keep drinking Coke all day. There's so many drink choices at Disney though. It's like,
but it costs you an absolute fortune, doesn't it? But yeah, I enjoy Comedy of Laugh Floor. I'm not a massive Monsters Inc. fan. I know you're all sat there thinking, what? Yeah, it's not really my sort of film, but the attraction's good. I do prefer Turtle Talk with Crush, which of course they've got in Anaheim, and they've also got here over in Epcot as well. So we'll do that when we go over in a few days' time. But yeah, it was good to go in there and see it all. Like I say, it's a nice interactive attraction. They pick people out, they put a spotlight on them, and it's really good because the cast that are operating like that show behind the screen, they're always looking out. They're always looking at the crowd and what's going on. So yeah, God, it makes some noise.
Sorry, I couldn't even hear that. I had a big bag. I'm like,
anyway, we're going on Tomorrowland Speedway.
Do you know what? I'm going to not just drink milk on this trip. I'm going to drink something fizzy. I need to, because I'm sick of drinking milk when it's hot and it makes my stomach churn. I need to drink something fizzy.
Coke doesn't do that good really when it's like...
They've got like Sprite and Fanta and things. I just need to try something.
Water's the best, but I just don't find water that tasty. I know you can get flavoured water. Cordial, I have bought, well, I'm going to save it as a surprise. You'll see it on one of these vlogs on the trip. I brought something special cordial-wise, so you'll see it at some point. 25 minutes for Speedway, not too bad, but I want to go on it because, of course, we might get to see a little bit over towards Tron construction. Let's go. So it was advertised at a half an hour standby. We've only waited probably about 15 minutes or so, not too bad at all actually. And here we go, Alex's first time on here as well. Crazy.
Falling off of that.
I don't think we've mentioned it actually in the vlog, but Alex has never actually been in September before, so you're not used to seeing it with a lot shorter lines, are you?
Fantastic.
Alex is on his doing a bit of an Instagram. Go on, plug the Instagram.
Alex the Crump Official, or on Twitter, Alex the Crump.
There you go. Right, let's see what we can see around the back. It wouldn't surprise me if they open this up massively here. Because you think, oh my God. You think a major attraction is going to be built there. They're going to need to open these pathways here quite a bit.
Where the kids in America.
I think we'll see a few of these trees removed, maybe.
Oh, sorry.
It's only speculation, but you never know.
It's going well. I'm not used to driving on the wrong side of the road.
Beautiful view of the castle over there as well. Of course, tonight, happily ever after, our first time seeing that. Replaced wishes.
Gonna reach out and find it.
Oh yes. Little look there into the back of New Fantasyland.
We're in the car of my age as well.
Hey.
Not 12, even though it's
oh, there we go, there's the crane. Shows how far it is actually going to be back, which is good because it's going to increase the capacity, but it's also going to increase the size of the park, which is good.
Oh.
You know, they're not pulling something else down to put it in. It's going to be a new area, an extension of Magic Kingdom, which is certainly needed. It is the busiest theme park in the world. It is needed, definitely.
Stop your head and use your phone while driving, folks.
Bit of a bumpy ride, this one, Alex. Bit bumpy. Bit bumpy.
Well, I found out you should really use your phone and scratch your head at the same time like this, because otherwise,
but don't worry.
It's a bit of a fiasco.
When you're in Walt Disney World, in the theme parks, you're allowed. We'll let you on.
You have to drive and put your hands up like that.
Do not bump the car in front. Wow. There we go, Tomorrowland Speedway. Like I say, next time I ride that, unless we do it again this trip, I'm expecting a few changes around the back end of that.
Hey, guess what kind of bugs they have up there in the moon? Give up? Lunar ticks! I'm on a roll now. You know, I'd still be up there performing on the moon, but I heard it was going broke. It was down to its last quarter.
Can you feel the autumn breeze now?
There is room enough for every heart and soul. We are links in a chain made of silver and gold. We are part of a pattern of day.
The amount of entertainment here really is crazy. Obviously we saw the parade earlier on. We've just seen a little bit of the Friendship Fair going on out the front of the castle on the stage. Yeah, there's so much going on, which is brilliant. I love it. You also saw a little shot inside Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe where there's an animatronic that just keeps running all day on a stage. Obviously that's one of the main restaurants here in the Magic Kingdom, and of course it's a quick service restaurant. You know, they don't want to have a performer in there all day, but they've got an audio animatronic on the stage. Little things like that really really make it for me. And yeah, we've got the Move It, Shake It, whatever it is, parade. Only lasts a few minutes. We're just going to come past here. And then it makes its way out the front of the castle, up there to Central Plaza, where they get everybody to dance along. And they've actually just announced that this is actually going to be closing soon, and it's going to be replaced with something new. So yeah, I'll show you a few minutes of highlights. It's only a quick little parade that comes past, but yeah, here they are.
Twitter and or Instagram with our hashtag Move the Chicken Pics, and you can follow them out.
Your attention, please. Oh yes, look at that. One of my all-time favourites. Any Disney park, the railroad, yes. Let's go for a grand circle tour around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom.
Home to covered wagons, cowpokes, and country bears. And we've got our own mountain range of exciting adventures. You might catch a runaway mine train at Big Thunder Mountain, or hop on over to Splash Mountain and join Brer Rabbit for a picnic.
So of course one of the highlights here, the Walt Disney World Railroad, is passing through the show building to Splash Mountain, and there it is just down there. Of course that finale scene, with the zippity lady just there. Here we are, Frontierland Station. Like I said, we're stopping on, we're doing a grand circle tour all the way around.
Until then, please remain seated, keeping hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train as the train is still in
As always, keep an eye on your little ones. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. As we head into the American
Here we can see a poster then advertising Tron just there now program. I didn't realise that poster was there actually. I assume it's been there for a little while, but there you go, you get a really good view there of the site clearing. You realise how much space it's going to add to this park.
It's the connections between the parks going to be fascinating though, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
between that area, 'cause it's going to have its own little plaza area, and I guess the way it does in Shanghai, but
I think it needs to appreciate the architecture of the building.
And the thing is, you can put some really more modern features. I think if anything, if it was right in the centre of Tomorrowland, where the Tomorrowland Speedway is now, you kind of have a bit of a clash between old and new. So I guess in a way, it makes sense to do that. You know?
And I still think that could be the start of a lot more changes for Tomorrowland.
If Tomorrowland looks a lot more like Shanghai's Tomorrowland, then it's going to be promising.
Yeah, definitely. Lots more lighting. Well, I say lighting's really important anyway in Tomorrowland with the neon, but
it's something that I think is really going to add a nice touch and a unique feature to the park. But you know, I am very emotional about it, as you can tell.
Oh God, we're so sweaty, aren't we? God, you would not want to be sat next to us right now. Like, we are really bad. Only 3 stations on this railroad. Of course, you got the one at Main Street USA, another one in Frontierland.
The new neighbors have been migrating in from all corners of the Milky Way. There's that rascally Experiment 626, better known as Stitch. Always up to his usual end.
Oh, we love Stitch here at the Embark Worldwide. Well, me and Charlotte here, one of our favourites.
Good space rangers.
For Lilo, to be honest.
Oh,
I take it swimming with me when I go.
Little view outside the park there. Obviously, you can see the contemporary.
jealous of anyone who stays in there.
Oh, no, yeah. Big
Mark
shout
is
out to
watching.
Mark if you're watching.
Monorail!
Very jealous. Please let us come and see your room next week. Thank you.
Wow.
Very late tower, just on the left
I
hand
didn't think you'd
side.
say it.
You don't ask,
Please,
you don't
Mark,
get.
yeah, please.
You don't ask, you don't get. Thanks, Stephen, as well. Thanks. But yeah, right. We'll follow around to Main Street. I think we're going to head round towards Space Mountain. Right then, the storm looks like it's approaching. So we're going to Space Mountain to use our fast pass that we got earlier on. The original Space Mountain, this one. Obviously we saw it earlier on with a bit of a lights on look from the People Mover. But yeah, now it's time to ride it. Hey. They are good though, these. I love every version of Space
I just want to
Mountain.
play in the ball pit, to be honest.
The what?
The ball pit.
Oh, there, yeah, down the bottom. The queue line.
I'm here for.
Oh, I love the logo, that. I love the soundtrack to this as well. It's so like 70s, 80s. Oh, I love it.
It's so 1986.
It's great, isn't it? I like this queue line as well, all the lighting. Very atmospheric.
For a safe space flight, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart
Do you know what I really can't believe?
Go on.
motion sickness.
We have to walk this, quite short queue line, really. Oh, sorry, line. But by the end of it, we're in space.
It's amazing, isn't it? And
people have to go down to, Cape Canaveral, jump on a rocket, go like...
And the best thing is, not even that, to get back from space, you have to go along the world's longest travelator.
I know, like, Disney have made it so efficient for space travel. Like, who needs a rocket?
That's
You got a 4-man bob coaster, which is 3 seats.
That's the magic of Disney. Let's go.
I don't know what to say. So immersive.
Off we go, it's Space Mountain time. I don't know how much you're going to see on the GoPro, probably not a lot. But here we go. Goodbye to the queue line. Whee. Built in 1975, the original. Beautiful. Let's go. Woo. Oh, that was a rubbish photo. I know you can see absolutely nothing right now, so I'll cut quite a bit out of this clip. I forgot just how much of a good version of Space Mountain. The original, yeah, that was brilliant. Like really quite a long track on that as well. And yeah, I just very much enjoyed that. And maybe I just forgot how good it was, but
we've done so. But then, to be fair, it's like the California one, the Hong Kong one, the Tokyo one. Oh yeah, we got that right. Are quite tame. It's only kind of Paris and here that are high intense versions of Space Mountain.
yeah, they are. Yeah, because we didn't get to ride it in Tokyo, did we? It's closed, wasn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah. When we've just come down at a different exit, it's not actually taken 3 years. Oh my God, look at that.
This is special.
Yeah, it's not took 3 years to exit down the travelator because we're coming down the side. There you go. All the rain's starting to come down a bit now.
It's like the side of Crush's Coaster, this.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's like the main queue line for Crush's Coaster. Hopefully that'll get sorted out at Disneyland Paris as we make our way back round. Yeah, something a bit different. They've just built this as well, haven't they? It's like a proper temporary, temporary exit just here. Yeah, I like it. Right then, so we've done a few more re-rides. We actually did the other track on Space Mountain, and yeah, that one was actually even faster, wasn't it? That was crazy on that side. I'd forgot just how good of a version of Space Mountain the original was. I think because we've just got sidetracked and all the others, I forgot how good that actually is, and it's a long ride.
We've done every other one, haven't we?
Like, there's no real like effects around it other than just the stars everywhere. It's not like hyperspace where you've got like the lasers and stuff shooting towards you. Yeah. You don't get that near miss effect, but it's just a really good, intense, airtime packed coaster. Following that, we had another ride on Haunted Mansion. We met a couple of friends of Alex's actually out here, haven't we? And done a couple of rides with those, which has been nice.
Tom, Charlotte and friends.
Hey, hi out there to you guys. And yeah, the time has come now for what is probably one of my most anticipated Disney moments ever. We're about to watch Happily Ever After, that launched on my birthday actually last year. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Of course, it has replaced Wishes, which was the old nighttime spectacular. As I mentioned earlier on, Wishes was more of a based on fireworks and a few lights on the castle. It wasn't a full-on nighttime spectacular in my opinion. I know technically Disney say it is, but this is so much more. It's projections, it's the complete package, and I can't wait to see this in person.
We didn't even watch it on, we watched it on his birthday. We didn't even have a party for it. We were too busy watching the slideshow.
Too busy watching this. When
Techies are coming out and getting the pyro set up.
Yeah.
We know it's nearly showtime, and I am excited because I love the soundtrack. But the show, I don't know,
I'm a bit nervous.
because we're so used to seeing.
We like
themed
story-based shows.
Not character highlights and movie highlights.
This is like, yeah, a bit of movie
There's a little bit of
highlights.
both, I guess. You know, people have said there's an underlying plot, so.
And I do feel like this is going to be better than Disney Illuminations that I'm not a huge fan of at Disneyland Paris. It's like a big compilation of films. At least with this, it kind of does fit a bit more of a theme. I still prefer the whole having something happening to tie it all together, but this does look like it's going to be a better production. Yeah, finale looks amazing. And yeah, as always, I'll share a couple of minutes of highlights of this show here on the channel. I'm quite nervous of this one. I know it sounds a bit silly because we're at a theme park, you know, to have fun, have a good time, but it is still quite nerve-wracking when you love going to these parks and love Disney parks and nighttime shows. It's nerve-wracking to think what it's going to be like. But I wasn't a huge fan of Wishes, mainly because of how many times I saw it in Paris all them years ago. So I'm looking forward to seeing something different here in the Magic Kingdom.
It's actually not a nighttime spectacular tonight. It's practically a near enough nighttime spectacular.
Yeah, like
the sun is still in the sky. It's still,
you know, Magic Kingdom's shutting early tonight, 9 o'clock close, and it's an 8 o'clock showing now.
The castle looks pretty light still.
It does, but look at the lighting levels. Like, it's going to be really nice to see it. A little tip for you there with this: a lot of people do stand very close to the front of Cinderella Castle, and obviously the fireworks themselves, the main big fireworks, are actually launched quite far back behind the park. So if you stand too close, the castle actually blocks the main fireworks because they're launched really far back.
And it's a big castle, even though, you know, there's the forced perspective of it is still
a big castle, so you don't want to go too close. We're just at the back of Central Plaza, but sort of halfway between Central Plaza and Main Street. So
we're shouting over cast members trying to move people forward.
Got some crazy crowd control. I'm not too keen how he's moving everybody down to the side there, but there you go. It is what it is, isn't it? We are at the busiest theme park in the world after all. But yeah, let's find our happy place, shall we, in this show?
I'm going to reach out and try. I don't know if I will. I'm going to try and find my happily ever after.
Yeah, hopefully we'll find out. And yeah, we'll see you after the show where we'll share our full review and reactions.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue,
my God, videos really don't do that show justice. I don't know why I was nervous or concerned, to be honest, because that was, I was coming in with high expectations and it went up here for me. I really liked that a lot. Bear in mind, I'm not a big fan of shows that don't have much of a storyline normally, but with that, it didn't feel like Illuminations in Paris, where it's just a compilation advertising Disney films, really. That was more of a celebration of all the different films, and I really liked that a lot. This soundtrack here, which of course used at the beginning and at the end, really makes it a fantastic show. The quality of the projections is stunning, world class, the projections on all the castles that have got them. And it'll be really nice on there. As Alex pointed out, obviously they have got all the netting on there for the Christmas lights that I showed you earlier on, but that didn't really, like you look at that now, you can't hardly tell, it's not really affecting the show at all. Of course I'd like to see it when they're not there, but yeah, Alex got a bit emotional in that one.
I'm still crying, Sean.
Yeah, it was,
oh, lovely.
What was your favourite segment of it? Like for me, it was the villains and then into Pirates of the Caribbean. And if you watch my review back from Disneyland Paris and when I saw Illuminations there for the first time, I didn't enjoy the Pirates section. But here, I loved, like, the villains section was really nice.
The pirate section, the villains and pirate mix was the most impressive.
Yeah, like visually stunning.
The highlight is how it's put together.
Yeah, like obviously the finale is stunning. Tinkerbell coming off down on the rope. Of course, that was something what they had to bring back from Wishes, because people loved that in Wishes. It's great for the kids and adults alike. You feel it, you know, you get that Disney feeling inside that only Disney parks give you, where you know you have that little tingle. I didn't stand there crying, but I absolutely loved it.
I'm
You
doing
know?
that right now.
Yeah. Some people, it gets to some people, doesn't it? For me personally, it's not really that, it's just the overall the overall production of it that makes me love it. But that's a really good show. It's just a shame, obviously, with there being so many other big shows here to see, such as Fantasmic, Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, that unfortunately you don't get to see the nighttime shows that many times yet. I mean, me and Alex, we both love our nighttime shows a lot, don't we? Like, I'd say they're my favourite thing at Disney parks. Like, we're only going to get to see this maybe 3 times whilst we're here. I want to see that 6, maybe 7 times. I want to stand here, I want to stand at the front, I want to stand at the train station, but you just can't, unfortunately. It's one of them, like, where I don't normally like filming nighttime shows either when I watch them for the first time, but with this trip, with us not having, you know, there's so much to see and not having loads of time to watch just one, at least I've filmed it now, and next time I watch it, I won't have to have the camera in my hand. Because I'm a firm believer of, I don't want to be standing there holding my phone on myself. I like to enjoy it, but I did hold the camera a little bit further down so I could see over it. I know it sounds silly, you're probably thinking, what are you going on about, Sean, rambling on? But it's a big thing for me, like these nighttime shows, I live for them. I love the tech, the design behind it, and that is certainly one of my favourites. My still overall favourite nighttime spectacular is Disneyland Forever, that me and Alex saw at the 60th, the Diamond Celebration over in Anaheim, and Disney Dreams, I'd still take it as well. Unfortunately though, both of them don't operate, so in terms of my favourite show what's operational, it does go to Happily Ever After for a castle show. I
agree with that.
You know, I still would take Illuminations, Reflections of Earth as my favourite ever
Disney
show.
Illuminations, I was having a panic attack.
But of course, this, in terms of a castle show, is now my favourite. However, we need to get some flights booked back to Tokyo, because their fireworks show, which was literally just a very, you know, bland firework display, has now turned into a full-on nighttime spectacular that I would like to see at some point. But yeah, like, let's go and cry and go to the Tiki room.
Can I say one final thing?
Go on.
This is it. This is the last part we've
Oh no,
used.
it's emotional, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to shut up. You don't want to hear him, do you?
Well, this is it. We're done. Right, that's
Are we going to the Tiki room?
All the birds sing words and the flowers croon in the Tiki, 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 Tiki emotional room.
Let's have a look.
Magic begins.
Attention, it's showtime.
So it is. And what darling people I have sitting under me.
Ole, it's showtime.
In the Tiki, 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 Tiki room, in the Tiki, 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 Tiki room, all the birds sing words at the flower room, in the Tiki, 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 Tiki.
nice way there to end the day in Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. I really like that. I've never done it right at the end of the day before, but I know it sounds a bit silly, but I really like doing it at night. I know you're indoors and it makes no difference, but I just feel it's more of an authentic experience going through the queue line and just heading inside. Obviously, when the tropical storm section happens, it's dark outside anyway, isn't it? So it all just kind of fits in. I just really like it. But yeah, there you go. We've come to the end of our day here at Magic Kingdom. Very enjoyed it. One of the best days I've ever had here, actually. My highlight for Magic Kingdom today, of course, well, seeing it with Alex has been really nice.
Stop calling it the Magic Kingdom.
The Magic
please.
Kingdom.
You're going to get told off.
Oh, no, yeah. Bob Iger going to tell me off.
Emails.
But yeah, like, it's been really nice to do it with Alex after doing the others out there, which has been good.
This is technically it, like for the big
yeah, like
part,
obviously we've got to do the others here, yeah.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And obviously my other highlight, which I think you already know what it's going to be, Happily Ever After. Really enjoyed that tonight. Like we spoke about earlier on, I think it's a very solid nighttime spectacular. One that I think is going to live a legacy like Wishes did. I can see it lasting for years, to be honest, that one.
It's an iconic show.
Yeah,
I think it is. So. It's a staple show, isn't it? Like it's the one for the park.
Fits really well, really nice.
To be honest, getting back to this park's been probably one of the biggest things, but yeah, Happily Ever After, I'll say, is probably my highlight today. I mean, seeing like Spaceship Earth, that feels like forever ago with lights on. That was a pretty cool thing.
Space Mountains.
Do you know what?
You did that earlier on.
I'm 12 hours in. Give me a break. Yeah. Seeing space.
That was
good.
I
did a Spaceship
I
Earth
did it again.
Seeing Space Mountain with the lights on
that
was
was
amazing.
good. I've just enjoyed it. We got a lot in the first couple of hours. Really bashed out loads of major e-ticket rides, and yeah, and just generally being a fantastic day. Very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
For a good day.
It's great, and the park's still atmospheric, and the park has actually been closed like over 45 minutes now.
Yeah, it's like everybody just strolls down Main Street, looks in the shops, and yeah, it's just been a really nice day. But thanks for completing all these Disney parks. It's been really nice.
I think the next thing now we need to go through the order of all the parks that they opened in originally.
Oh my God.
Start with Disneyland.
Crazy. But yeah, anyway, we'll wrap this one up. Like I say, one of the first vlogs here from our trip. Make sure you stay tuned for lots of other videos here from our visit here to Orlando, September 2018. And of course, thank you very much for watching. We'll be seeing all the new stuff at Walt Disney World and so much more. Thanks for watching, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you in the next video.
I'm gonna walk up